right, welcome back to season 2 of the Unsinkable Theory, a show where we talk about our favorite movies and moments, and then we decide if they are sinkable or unsinkable. What we just watch?
1917.
First movie of the new year.
Is this a does this count as buddy cop?
Buddy Trench.
Is it, oh,
Buddy Trench.
trench cop?
Trench cop.
I don't know. I liked it. I thought it was very good.
I liked it too.
I think it was the best war movie that had nothing to do with war.
It's true. War was the main objective was war related, but the war felt like a backdrop to the movie.
Mm-hmm.
The main story is just this dude's journey, a 6-mile journey, a short journey,
Right.
and the little moments felt good throughout the movie, like intense moments that shouldn't even be that intense, like him trying to push this truck out of like this little mud bog.
I know exactly what you mean.
And it's just like this little moment that seems like insignificant in this journey was just so intense and good. And I feel like that's what carried this movie for me. It's like these little moments in between, like the action almost.
Yeah, I think with any other movie, they do stuff like that, and you're just like, all right, come on, let's get this going. Let's do something. But in this, it works. I think this is the only movie I've ever watched where it worked the entire time.
Right.
And I didn't feel like, I was like, okay, yeah, this is what this movie is, but it's doing it proper, and none of it seemed boring. You know,
well, to me at least, like Shayna loves to tell me I love boring movies, and I like to watch boring movies, and that nothing ever happens in these movies. And I could see her saying that about this movie, but for me, I had fun the whole way through.
I'd love to watch. Oh, I think this movie would look so good on like a big 8K, 80-inch.
Yeah.
Because it's that signature Roger Deakins. I like to put a burning building in a pitch black shot in all my movies.
Right.
He's done that in like every movie he's done.
I loved the sound of that fire. The
yeah.
fire, it sounded like real.
Well,
Like,
and just the look of it too. It's
Well,
just like, it's like spooky and.
you hear fire in like movies or video games, TV shows, and it doesn't sound like real fire.
Right.
This sounded like real
There's
fire.
like not enough cackles.
Yeah, like you
like
could, when you're slowly
cracking
walking
and stuff
towards
with the wood, like
oh my God,
actually burning.
And the entire set design, like, good lord, how long would that have taken to make?
It made at least 300 yards of trenches.
It looks so good. Like when he was in the, when he came back down after getting knocked down the stairs and the flare was going up, that looked so good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that just had me
See
thinking
the flare in the puddle and stuff too. Super
how
good.
best you would illuminate a battlefield with the flare.
Yeah.
It was super crazy.
Roger Deakins is just like, oh god, I did so much, I did so well. You know, he's just screaming at himself.
And I made the joke, it's like when they get to no man's land, is Wonder Woman gonna pop out and help them get across?
Why did the music change? Why am I hearing boss music right now?
It's like, how the hell are they gonna get across no man's land?
But,
Is my first thought.
Yeah,
Just like them in the movie.
Yeah, spoilers. They killed Tommen, whose name was also Tom in this movie.
Was it?
Yeah, I think so.
I was thinking
Tom.
at the beginning, I was like, who is this kid? How do I know him? Who is this chubby looking motherfucker?
I knew he was in it. I didn't know the other guy. I don't think he's been in anything big.
No, I don't. What's his name?
George McKay.
George McKay.
Yeah.
I feel like he looked familiar, but maybe it's because I got so invested
He's
in
got
watching
like
him
that British look.
in the movie. Yeah, just
I liked what they did. It's
not a lot of big movies.
for it being a quote unquote war movie, it didn't use any of the stylistic tropes that a war movie uses. Like, none of them. You know, there's not a single battle.
I don't even know if I'd call it a war movie. Really,
Yeah.
Yeah. What kind of movie is it? It's like a delivery movie. They're building the foundation for the next
Like a
up
mailman.
and coming
I'm
UPS
telling you.
series.
No, I'm telling. I told Tyler when we were walking out. This is a planned trilogy. The sequel is gonna be 1918, and then you're gonna have the final movie 1919, where they put the nail in the coffin.
What would happen in 1919?
I don't know, 1919 stuff.
What are you saying? The war was over in 1918.
I don't know.
Post-war.
November
He
11th.
goes and visits Tom and
Stop.
mom.
Back.
And
Prequel.
And fucks.
Prequel.
1916.
No, 1919, but it's a prequel. The name's just 1919.
2019.
Oh.
I mean, the British soldiers, they get at the Battle of the Somme.
At first I was thinking dude was going to go back and find the little French piece underneath the building.
Yeah.
But then he like pulled out the thing. Because they like had a touching moment. She was like, no, stay. And he was like, probably thinking like,
gotta save these men.
I don't feel like he
stay.
hesitated at all. He was like, no, I need to go.
well, right. But it's just like, just fucking around.
That poor little baby.
We didn't get a chance to look it up, but I wanted to see you. That waterfall looked really big, and I'm just wondering where in northern France.
Where the
there
fucking France are there waterfalls?
Well, at least northern France like
yeah.
that.
Here, let me-
Because northern France, you start to get to the Low Countries, they're literally underwater. That's why they have, dams and levees sucking all the water out of it.
Yeah. Are you looking up
'Cause I
waterfalls?
mean, hell.
Yeah, I'm going to find out.
Michigan,
where
we
the
have
hell-
waterfalls, but like nothing like that.
But no, that was like a 40-foot waterfall.
Yeah.
It had to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, just
That
all around.
poster was kind of sweet.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to find that poster.
Yeah, it was
that,
pretty
that,
good.
that one right there.
1917 and the 17. There's a
that
sunset.
might be the only poster I've actually attempted to buy online.
Yeah. So if anybody, and if you guys don't know, so the genesis of this movie came from Sam Mendes's, I want to say grandfather. I'm pretty sure it's grandfather. It might be great grandfather. I'm not sure how old Sam Mendes is.
I think great grandfather would be safe.
Well, Sam Mendes, he's in his 50s, I think.
Oh, is he really?
It's something like that.
Oh.
Yeah. 50s at least. But anyway, so it's based off of stories that he was told when he was a kid about stuff that happened, whether it was his grandfather or great grandfather, and so that's what inspired this story. So I don't know if the survivor,
the city Acoust, and I'm gonna find the river that goes towards it.
Okay, I don't know if the survivor was supposed to be based off of his relative or if it was just a story. I have no idea. We'll have to look that up after.
He could have been Lieutenant Blake or something,
Yeah, I have no idea.
I
that's for the watchers to find out.
I gotta say,
we'll find out after.
Character the Tom, he did not hesitate at all to go into no man's land. Like he was ready to go deliver that message.
Yeah.
Because they were saying that we've been told the Germans have been gone before, and they weren't actually gone.
The one ding I'll put on this movie is that, and it's not even really a ding, but I kind of knew, or I didn't know, I kind of had a feeling that Tom was gonna die, just because he was so gung ho and like, cause it's always like even at the end of the movie they said hope is a terrible thing to have. It's always the one with the hope that ends up croaking. I
thought it was the other way around. I thought the veteran, because that guy seemed like a veteran, because they made a mention about how he was at a battle and got a medal.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was going to die. Like the new guy, or not necessarily fresh or greenhorn, but the newer guy was gonna get the older veteran guy killed because he was gonna like save.
Oh, I thought they were both the same.
Because that's a trope, right? Where like you have a buddy cop thing, and then like something bad happens to the more veteran person protecting.
But I didn't think that guy was a veteran.
Oh,
I thought they were just the same. They were both lance corporals, and he might have just gotten a medal from a battle. It doesn't mean. I think they were both at the same level of experience.
Oh.
But who knows?
I think it was a lot more. I felt like for the movie was implying that this guy knew what he was doing.
I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. For the first 45 minutes, I was just staring at the screen trying to count how many cuts they made.
Yeah. So
that's all I was
saw
doing.
In the article it said they were trying to make it appear as one cut, not that it was one cut. But that was the intent.
Well, yeah.
I
think
in real
anybody
life,
who knows basic filmmaking
in real
knows
life,
that
right?
wasn't
Not
one
gonna
cut.
like
Yeah.
you said, they could set up a whole like.
Oh, we were making a joke of how you make him an obstacle course.
Oh, we were memeing when we said we were making
Oh,
a
I mean,
90-minute
I'm sure they
obstacle
probably
course.
did that for some parts, like where they're running through the trenches at the beginning and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which that, to me, just seems like an interesting movie.
I was really curious. I was like, okay, like how far are they gonna go with this, and is this gonna work? Like, am I gonna get bored watching them walk around and run around? I think it worked, and the fact that it was a 2-hour movie, and they didn't really do all that much. I mean, it was a walking simulator.
Yeah.
And it didn't feel like 2 hours. That's the sign of somebody who knows how to pace a movie. So.
Right. I was getting big like World War I battle royale vibes from this. Two dudes just walking up to this little house like, what the fuck's in here?
Oh, we gonna loot? We
About
gonna
to
loot this house?
And I was like, why is this 1917 about to be the best battle royale of 2020?
I do
I
gotta
got
say,
a gold chest over here.
I like the part where they found that barracks, that German barracks, and they're like, they built this, and that was like the thing that the Allies would say every time they took a German trench. It'd be like, they built this? They're like, you should see our trenches.
Fucking shit.
Like, would you remember the German trenches? They all had stone in them,
Right.
and they looked so much cleaner than the British trenches, which were just all mud and wood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which that would be.
It was cool to see some dry trenches because I feel like you only ever see wet and muddy and rainy trenches.
Yeah,
okay, well there was some dry trenches, you know.
Yeah.
That was cool too.
I couldn't find a waterfall near that town.
There might not actually be a waterfall. Like I said, it was a embellished.
We need a button
story.
that you just says artistic license. We'll make one. Yeah.
One shot to me that stood out was right there at the end where he's running. He goes up out of the trench to run down to try to get to the corporal.
I got something on
And
too.
he, you could tell they were trying to do it in one long continuous shot. You know, like he falls behind from where the camera is because he trips on somebody, and just seeing him like sprinting to catch up, like just made it feel that much more real.
So.
They're behind the camera.
So me and him saw it, but the first guy he hit just stayed on the ground.
Yeah.
He didn't get back up.
I think when he got further down, you see him get back up.
But
he didn't keep running.
But
He
what
got
are
up
you doing?
and looked back
Get
towards
up.
the trench.
Yeah,
So our character's running this way, and they're coming out the trench. He hits them. He goes on the ground like face down, like he's dead.
Probably didn't know what to do. He was probably like, "Shit, I was supposed to run."
Yeah,
Shit, I
wasn't one of the guys that was supposed to fall.
I just thought that was funny. I saw that and I was just like, yeah,
because
he hasn't got up.
He gets up, he hold his gun, and then so he's way back though, and then you see him because he hit two people.
Yeah.
And then that second guy got up and started running again pretty quickly. But the first guy he laid down for the longest time, got up, and then he looked back towards the trench.
It's like,
trench.
oh shit.
I'm assuming to the extras coach.
He probably
or
missed his
whatever.
cue, and they're like,
He's
fuck it, we can't do this again.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were probably like, the rest of the shot was really fucking good. Fuck this one guy. That kind of fucked it up.
You gotta imagine they're setting off all the smoke and stuff.
Yeah,
So
doing
they gotta
all these
re-set
right.
that to do it again.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about doing a movie in one shot. That's super hard. It's like you would be spending so much money on that stuff.
Well, they usually do explosions once, right?
Yeah.
But that's why usually they're their own.
So
they're their own separate thing that you can add in between.
So
the
for
acting
movies where they
shots.
actually do one shot, I mean, what they're gonna do is they're gonna spend probably almost a year rehearsing the movie, and then they're gonna film it. But this obviously wasn't a one-shot movie, which it didn't need to be.
There was only a few, 3 or 4, hard parts where I'm like, that's a cut. That's a cut.
Definitely the one in the barracks when the trip mine went off. That was absolutely a cut point. When he passed out, because it even went to black and it took a second, so that was obviously a cut point. When they crossed the small pond and you saw that dirt mound, that was a cut point. There was another one.
The waterfall was pretty.
That was an obvious one.
Yeah, it was like CGI.
So you remember they go into the dugout before they meet the general?
That was the first one.
They went black, and then when they come out, there was another all black one too.
Yeah. So really, near the end, I don't think they had any that I noticed.
Pretty.
Once he got to the Devons, I don't think they did any cuts.
I felt like the one where he shakes his hand and then it turns towards the tree. I felt like that changed.
Maybe
when he started walking towards the tree, I felt like the lighting changed.
It's possible.
And I was even wondering if that tree was even in the
it's
original.
It's a lot harder
shot.
to do though with that stuff.
It's the final shot though.
Yeah.
It's the final one.
It's the money shot.
Just the way it moved, and I'm like, is that tree even there? Did they put that tree in the first shot when we see it, just so they can end up him walking to the tree to sit next to it? It just felt like, not that it was bad, but they made it look like that tree was there, and then when they changed the shot, they now went to the tree because they're now looking at a different tree. Because you can't hear the commotion of the field hospital behind him anymore, and you only walked 10 feet to the tree.
I did wonder how they were gonna end it. I was sitting there are they just gonna hard stop it somewhere? Are they gonna do a this is what happened after?
Well,
they did both, and they worked both.
I thought for sure there was gonna be a scene at the end of the movie of Tom's mom getting the letter, and then it being his voice over her reading the letter or something like that. I thought for sure we were going to see something like that.
That probably could have worked too. I don't see why that wouldn't work, but
who knows?
It was a spotless movie, technically.
Does Tom Hanks narrate the end of Saving Private Ryan?
I think...
I don't remember.
Matt Damon does.
Well, Matt Damon, as an old man, is talking, but... I don't know. I can't remember.
I just thought like they played a quote that Tom Hanks' character said to Matt Damon at the end of the movie.
Oh, I'm not sure. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Do you want to do verdict? Or do we want to talk more?
I was just trying to think.
King Rob, the young wolf. King of the North.
They're probably so happy Game of Thrones is over. They're like, yes, we can do like real good work now.
He's about to be in the Eternals.
Yep, I heard that.
Didn't know that.
What's his name?
Robert McFadden or something like that.
It's His last name's Madden.
Oh, Madden, yeah.
Is his first name Rob?
I don't know. I'm an idiot.
I don't know either, but...
Hey, this is a PG channel.
Who the fuck said that?
It's PG-13. We get one F-bomb.
I mean, if we think anything more, we can tack it on, but...
I just gotta say, I still can't believe
Richard Madden.
The German pilot gets shot down, crashes into a barn, is on fire.
So bogus, yeah.
And then he stabs the guys that are saving him. Like, granted, they might have done something to him later, but in that immediate moment, they were not trying to hurt him.
Right.
Like, if they wanted to hurt him.
Take a prisoner, but like, okay, here's another thing. Why would you take a prisoner when you're on a mission?
Because I think he was a good person and he just wanted to help that guy. I don't think he was expecting to get stabbed.
And that's why he fucking died.
And that's why he died. He wasn't expecting to get stabbed.
I was thinking, it's like, why don't they cauterize that wound? And I was like, but he's probably got it.
That's what I thought they were going to happen for a second. It's like, it's on fire. And then I feel like they both looked, or at least he looked towards the fire like he was going to go.
thought about it, yeah.
Because, usually, this is what I liked about this movie. People get stabbed in movies all the time. And it's like, it becomes an annoyance at first. And then maybe at the end of the movie, maybe the bad guy will like punch them in their stab wound.
Right.
But like, it doesn't really stop
you
them.
gonna die.
But like, yeah, you get stabbed in the gut by a knife. Like, that's not good.
That dude's going to die.
Oh, also, that reminds me. So I wonder how they got him to turn pale without cutting.
Yeah.
Unless they cut in somewhere. Because you notice, like, and it's gradual too.
Oh, yeah.
It's
yeah,
not.
Yeah.
I don't know how they.
Starts turning white. Yeah.
You know what? I wonder if that's just a visual effect. If they just
like
painted,
in post.
if they painted his face.
Oh.
Like, yeah, in post.
Okay, yeah,
like
probably.
If they color graded his face, that's probably the easiest way to do it. Because otherwise, I don't know how the hell they could make someone turn that pale and stay pale without applying makeup.
They were taking his blood out, and he was getting blood drawn.
They actually stabbed him.
They bled him.
Sam Mendes did an entire web series about the realism that was going to be in
They
his
bled
movie.
him, and then
his trilogy.
after the scene, they just put his blood back in him.
He donated some plasma. They just had a machine off screen that they were pumping his blood into, spinning it, and giving it back.
I want to buy an 8K TV now just to watch this movie. I think it looks so good.
I feel like it would have been really good in IMAX. It's a shame that they didn't have it.
Literally, any time you put Roger Deakins on anything, it's gonna look good. I mean,
Is that the cinematographer?
Yeah, he's one of the best cinematographers, if not the best cinematographer to ever grace the silver screen. Well, he's had so many awards. It's ridiculous.
Be mad at Disney. I'm assuming Celebration.
It won an award at the Golden Globes.
I'm assuming Celebration doesn't get to dictate its terms with Disney, and you know how Disney wants its movies to be in their biggest their biggest screens for the most amount of time.
And that movie did wasn't that the whole thing? Because wasn't this movie supposed to come out Christmas?
This movie came out select theaters. Christmas.
I know, but wasn't it? What I was told was that it was premiering Christmas, not select theaters. It was nationwide Christmas.
See, I always heard nationwide.
That's what I was told.
January.
It won a Golden Globe for Best Drama Motion Picture and for Director of a Motion Picture.
All right, well, we'll see what the Academy has to say about that.
So, not too shabby.
Does the Golden Globes give out editing awards and cinematography awards?
Yeah. Maybe.
They weren't even nominated.
I don't know.
They were nominated for Best Score. But
fuck a Golden Globe, though. We need that Academy Award.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll do pretty well. It's a good movie.
That gold star.
I want a fucking 6
Hence why I think it was slowly released over the last month.
I need you guys to start a 8K TV fund for me. so I can watch this.
A Benedict Cumberbatch scar on my fucking eyelid. Somebody want to slice me up, bro?
Cucumber patch?
No.
Slice me up, bro. Somebody, what is it? Somebody the other day was like,
We're
what if you went into
unraveling.
surgery and your surgeon had teardrops on their face? I was like, there should be a little syringe with blood drops coming down out of it. Like, how many kills you got, bro?
What's your body count? 44.
I'd imagine more than 2 though, unless they're brand new surgeon.
Hopefully.
Okay, let's do verdict.
Okay.
Who's going first?
I will.
Okay. Season 2.
Season 2.
First verdict of season 2.
Unsinkable Theory. I'm gonna have to go with Unsinkable. Oh, I know.
We also need we'll make a button too. Unsinkable. But just for that.
Yeah, I think it's agreed. To be honest, it's an unsinkable movie. I don't really have any complaints. You know, you have fun the whole time. It's a beautifully shot movie and well acted.
It'll definitely be a movie that I'll rewatch, and I don't say that about a lot of movies.
It's gonna be one of those like awesome war movies you always watch, even though it's not really a war movie. But you could put it in the same class as like Saving Private Ryan or something like that. Band of Brothers.
It reminds me a lot of Skyfall, but that's obvious since it was the same cinematographer,
Right.
same director. But I love that movie too. So yeah, Unsinkable.
Okay. I just gotta say, you thought this movie was fun?
Well, no,
I'm just saying,
like,
you said it twice.
well,
I was
not,
like,
not like fun, but like
I enjoyed
wasn't
watching this
bored,
movie.
You know, I wasn't
okay. I
bored.
just you used the
There-
word fun.
You know, I'll sit in movies and I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah.
So it wasn't
like,
boring.
get this shit done.
Gosh. Yeah, it
Some
wasn't
of the
boring.
some of the movie I'm not gonna say majority, but a lot of the movies we've done for this show, I've had that feeling. I'm just like, all right, let's fucking get this.
Well, okay, I'll give you an example. I watched Marriage Story, and this is one of those movies that it was a Netflix movie.
Yeah.
And it's one of those movies that Shayna was like, "You like boring movies," because I kind of like that movie. But
Did you say because you're 22 and don't know movies?
no, I didn't say that.
Oh.
I said,
Should have.
Watch the fucking Godfather.
I said, you know, it's a pretty
That
good
movie's
movie.
boring, but
you
it's
know.
good.
It had a good, like, the buildup was long for a satisfying, like, 10 minutes in that movie, but there was obviously some scenes and I was just like, what the fuck? This is just dumb. Like, can we continue with the story, please? Like, there's a scene where Scarlett Johansson's singing, and then there's a scene where, like, Adam Driver is singing. It's like, okay, they're fucking talented fucking artists. Can we fucking move on, please? Like, you just wasted 20 minutes of
I do
this
the
movie.
same thing. I'll be watching movies, and there'll be a scene like that. I'm just like, all right, just fucking get there, please. Good God. Why is this movie 2 hours? It could have been 45 minutes.
Right, but there was no scenes like that in this movie.
No, every scene in this movie had a purpose,
Right.
which is what helps it
And
be unsinkable.
that was like what you said. It's like that was a movie for actors to act in. But it's just like that was so unnecessary.
It was a paycheck,
It's like,
yeah.
okay, we get it. You can sing.
Some avant-garde.
Go do a fucking musical if you want to sing. Anyway,
Okay.
not boring.
Unanimous decision. Unsinkable. Season 2 starting. What are we going to do next?
Out strong.
What I don't know what movie's coming out next. We were going to do Rise of the Skywalker, but even just saying that title out loud upsets me.
Poster's pretty
But
sweet.
we might still do it.
Underwater still came out, and I heard it's an okay movie.
Underwater. Okay.
Yeah. It was,
With Kristen
Well,
Stewart.
that'll
she's
be
not bad
to
at
be
it.
determined.
She-
We don't know what movie we're going to do next.
does Bad Boys come out later this month, or is that February?
Bad Boys for Life, baby.
I mean, I have the list, but I
I mean, I can't. I would open the list. I can't open the list on my phone. I don't know why.
maybe it's locked. I don't know. Okay.
Can't be.
See you guys later.
See ya.
Because he's bad boys for life.